Tom woke up feeling quite unwell this morning. His head felt heavy and ached very much. He had a very bad sore throat inside. Tom tried to drink some cool water easily. Swallowing the water was very painful now. He decided to take his simple temperature. The small thermometer showed a high number. Tom knew he should not go to work today. He quickly called his office manager here. He explained his symptoms to the kind person. The manager said, "Please stay home and rest." Tom felt too weak to cook a warm breakfast. He thought about calling his local doctor soon. A visit to the doctor seemed necessary today. Tom found the clinic's phone number easily. He quickly dialed the number on his home phone. A kind receptionist answered the phone call. Tom described how bad his throat was feeling. She scheduled an appointment for him later. Tom prepared to visit the busy doctor's clinic. Tom put on his simple blue t-shirt and jeans. He took his wallet and his house keys. The doctor's clinic was not very far away. Tom walked slowly because he felt weak. He crossed the busy road very carefully there. The clinic building was modern and quite clean. He opened the large glass door and walked in. The waiting room was already busy with people. Tom walked to the main reception counter. The kind receptionist smiled and greeted him. "I have an appointment now," Tom said softly. He gave his name and his simple insurance card. She asked Tom to sit down in the quiet area. Tom found an empty chair near a large window. He looked at the many magazines on the small table. He felt too tired to read any of the stories. A small child was playing with a colorful toy nearby. Tom watched the clock on the white wall slowly. He hoped the doctor would call his name very soon. The waiting room felt warm and very quiet overall. A nurse opened a small door and called Tom's name. Tom quickly stood up and followed the nurse inside. The nurse was wearing a clean white uniform today. She led him into a small, clean examination room. The room had a simple bed and many strange machines. She asked Tom to sit on the simple chair there. The nurse asked about his main current symptoms. Tom explained his sore throat and bad headache. She took his temperature with a new, small device. The temperature was still too high, she confirmed. She used a small machine to check his blood pressure. The blood pressure machine made a quick squeezing noise. The nurse wrote down the numbers on a simple chart. She asked, "Are you allergic to any simple medicines?" Tom replied, "No, I am not allergic to any medicine." She said, "The doctor will see you very soon now." The kind nurse left the small room very quietly. Tom waited for the doctor to arrive patiently there. He looked at a simple chart on the white wall easily. The chart showed the different parts of the human body. The doctor quickly entered the examination room. She was a woman with kind eyes and short hair. The doctor smiled and introduced herself to Tom. She read the necessary notes from the nurse's chart. She asked Tom to describe his current problems again. Tom pointed to his throat and spoke very softly. The doctor said, "Let me look at your throat now." She used a small bright light to check inside. Tom opened his mouth wide and said, "Ah," loudly. His throat looked very red and quite irritated inside. The doctor used a simple tool to check his ears too. She listened to his breathing with a cold stethoscope. She put the cold metal on his simple chest and back. The doctor said, "Please take a deep breath for me." Tom breathed in deeply and then breathed out slowly. She checked the small tender glands in his neck area. The doctor smiled kindly and finished her simple check. She sat down and explained her necessary diagnosis now. She said, "You have a common bacterial infection now." Tom was ready to hear the necessary treatment plan soon. The doctor explained the infection clearly to Tom. She said he needed some strong, helpful medicine. "I will write you a simple prescription now," she stated. The medicine was called a common antibiotic pill. Tom needed to take one pill 2 times a day. The entire treatment would last for exactly 7 days. The doctor warned him about stopping too early. "You must finish all the pills," she strongly advised. She also recommended drinking a lot of warm water. Tom should try to rest and sleep as much as possible. He should avoid cold drinks for the next few days. The doctor quickly wrote the name of the medicine down. She signed the prescription paper with her pen. She gave the small paper to Tom with a kind smile. Tom thanked her for the simple, clear information. He felt much better knowing the problem now. The doctor said he could return to work on Monday. She opened the door to the small examination room. Tom knew he needed to visit the pharmacy quickly. He felt hopeful that he would feel well very soon. Tom walked back to the busy reception desk. He gave the prescription to the kind receptionist. She looked at the paper and typed on the computer. She told Tom the total cost of his doctor's visit. The price was slightly higher than Tom expected. Tom looked a little confused about the final cost. "Does this price include the necessary medicine?" he asked. The receptionist kindly checked the total fee again. She explained that the price was only for the visit. The medicine cost is separate at the pharmacy store. Tom understood the fee structure difference clearly. He quickly paid the consultation cost with his card. The payment machine printed a small receipt now. Tom took the receipt and his prescription paper. The receptionist gave him directions to the pharmacy. "It is located just across the main street there." Tom thanked her for the simple, helpful directions. He said goodbye and walked out of the clinic now. He felt the cold air outside and pulled his jacket up. Getting the medicine was his next important task now. Tom walked slowly across the wide street now. He looked for the bright green pharmacy sign. The sign was easily visible above a small shop. Tom opened the door and entered the pharmacy. The store smelled clean, like alcohol and soap. He walked to the counter with his prescription. A woman in a white coat stood behind the counter. She was the friendly pharmacist of the store. Tom handed her the necessary doctor's prescription. The pharmacist read the paper very carefully now. She went to the back shelves to find the medicine. Tom looked at all the simple products in the store. He saw vitamins, bandages, and many cough drops. He decided to buy a pack of soothing throat lozenges. He put the small pack on the counter with the prescription. The pharmacist returned with a small box of pills. She confirmed the simple instructions with Tom again. Take one pill in the morning and one at night. Tom thanked her for the kind reminder. He was finally ready to pay for the antibiotic pills. The pharmacist scanned the box of antibiotic pills. She also scanned the soothing pack of throat lozenges. She told Tom the final total price for both items. Tom was happy the medicine was not too expensive. He quickly paid the total cost with some cash money. The pharmacist put the pills into a small paper bag. She gave Tom the paper bag and the change money. She wished him a very quick and full recovery soon. Tom thanked her for her simple help and walked away. He put the small bag carefully inside his jacket pocket. The sun was shining brightly as he left the shop now. He felt a little tired after the long trip outside. Tom decided to walk straight back to his home now. He needed to take the first pill with cool water. He planned to make a small cup of warm tea also. He passed the clinic building on his walk back home. He was glad his necessary doctor's visit was over. The medicine gave him hope for a quick recovery time. Tom looked forward to resting on his comfortable couch. He walked faster, knowing relief was coming very soon. Tom arrived safely back at his home apartment. He quickly took off his shoes and his blue jacket. He walked straight into his small, quiet kitchen. Tom opened the paper bag with the new medicine. He read the simple instructions on the pill box again. He poured a glass of cool water from the kitchen tap. Tom took one small antibiotic pill from the pack now. He put the small pill into his mouth easily now. He quickly swallowed the medicine with the cold water. He then took one soothing lozenge for his sore throat. The lozenge had a nice, cool peppermint flavor. He put the rest of the pills safely on the counter. Tom decided to make himself a cup of warm tea now. He boiled some water quickly in his electric kettle. He used a tea bag he already had in his clean cabinet. He sat down on his soft kitchen chair to relax easily. The warm steam from the tea felt good on his face. He hoped the powerful medicine would start working soon. Tom felt relieved that he could finally start the healing. His first task was complete. Medicine taken successfully. Tom walked slowly to his comfortable living room couch. He lay down and covered himself with a soft blanket. The warm blanket felt nice and very soothing now. He turned on the television to watch a quiet movie. He sipped his warm tea slowly for his sore throat. Tom felt the tiredness quickly take over his body. He closed his eyes for just a short moment now. The sound of the television became very distant. He started to drift off into a light, peaceful sleep. Resting was the most important thing for healing now. The simple antibiotic pill would fight the infection. Tom woke up slightly later and felt a small improvement. His head did not ache as badly as it did before. The throat still hurt, but the lozenge helped greatly. Tom took another deep, easy breath of the cool air. He decided he would stay on the couch all day long. He knew he would feel completely better by the weekend. The doctor's visit and the pills made a good difference. Tom smiled softly and went back to his quiet rest. He was on the right path to a very full recovery soon.